Alright, so today, Mr. Britfix, I wanted to show you some of the progress we've made on Project Camry. So you do see we have a headlight on, you do see we've got a primered, so this is grey with black on top. The bumper has been done again, but made better. We did this, you know, nice little TRD, VVTI, all that stuff. Look at that VVTI, and it's a little bit red here. So yeah, we'll get there, we'll get with that. So you already know about this thing that's happened. So we've done a little bit of stuff here on the top of here. We've got quite a bit of paint to do here. We've got back here we took care of a bunch of nicks and spats in different places where there's a lot of bad stuff going on. We're going to remove some badges eventually, all of these here, because one day and eventually we're going to paint the car. Alright, but before we paint the car, we have to do some work. We have today, we are going to put a new axle in. Alright, so this is the passenger side. Look at how much longer it is. That's for torque drive. And then we also have a driver's side axle to put in. That is shorter, of course, because they put it on that. So I'll put this on stilts and we'll go from there. I also have this beautiful thing in here. Oh, let's open these. So I do believe we needed a bearing on the driver's side, so I went ahead and I got this. This right here is a new dust guard, new bearing, all this stuff. It all comes together, all puts together, and this whole thing will hopefully go somewhat okay as I go forward with this. So yeah, hopefully good. Alright, so what we've got is we're going to remove, because I just showed you all my parts and all that stuff like that, so we have to remove the brakes right here, remove this entire setup. So it's going to be easy. Going to replace and move this over to one side, undo here, undo here. Of course we just changed these out right here not too long ago, so changing this out and pulling that out. So what's going to be nice is, because I have to do this and this, I should be able to, I'm going to undo this part right here. So that's your tie rod, that allows you to do that. I'm going to undo this element here as I need to, so that way I have this out of the way. I can move it a little bit, although I might just be able to pull it directly out, because, well, I'm not going to have this anymore. So because I'm going to do one or the other, we'll just see what we get. We'll see what happens. We'll see if there's anything exciting that happens from that. You know, this is Britfix. We just figure things out as we go, and hopefully someone goes, oh look at that, they did a good job, yay. So you know, let me get to this part first, and then we'll get to this part, and then we'll take these off, take the brakes off. We'll have all of that out of the way, and then I'll probably start filming once I have everything clear, because you know, you've seen this part and you've seen this part being put on, so and you've seen all that. So taking apart, not so big of a deal. Let's dive in. Alright, so we've removed our tie rod over here, and we have put everything back. So the last part is to take off this 30mm nut. You do need a very specific type, and that is a 30mm star type, like this. Alright, so it'll fit right on there. It's got quite a bit of good length on it, and then but really the big factor is that I need to make sure I have leverage to twist it back. Alright, so when you twist it back, you're gonna do certain things. So I've attached my wrench in here. That'll be a nice, you know, fulcrum to deal with. Oh my. So there you are, fulcrum to deal with. I put my brake back in because I believe that what I do, I mean at least the brake shoe back in. And so what happens is that when I pop this out, which I'm not going to pop it out, I'm going to I have to do some other things here. So let's just, I'm going to show you something. There's this right here, this little bit, that little divot I have to cut out, and so I'm going to use my handy dandy Dremel, and I'm going to have to put on some safety glasses and all that, but we're going to cut it. The reason why we're going to cut it, because I don't want to just, you know, knacker the whole thing, because then I can't get it off. I have to use the rest of this thread, and so why would I make a mess of all that? So if you bear with me, I do have to figure out a way to I guess plug something in, keep some light here, and that way you can see me doing the cutaway. Alright, so just a minute. We've done all that. We've taken our bolts off, by the way. We've taken this bolt off. Then I've got a place to put my, you know, brake assembly here. Then I should be able to, after that, oh, by the way, also underneath here, I already undid those 3 bolts that hold the control on. Alright, so I did that, and yeah, so as soon as I get this, put the brake assembly back, we'll pop these bolts out, move the entire thing forward, and then it's time to get that drive shaft out, just like this, just like this. So, you know, and by the way, I did hit this. I tried so hard and I came so far, but in the end, it really, it doesn't matter. So yeah, Lincoln Park and all that stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut that. So get prepared for excitement abound for this, and we'll get it done. All right. So I don't have much light because I only have the one type, but what we're going to do is we're going to let you see some sparks, so you know, that way it's exciting, and you can hear me kind of yell. I'm just going to cut this down. Look at all those pretty sparks. There you are. So we've lowered the threshold, made it a little bit lighter. So let's see, can I bend it upward? And there we are. You see that? Let's see, can you see that? So let me do a plug-in of my original light, so that way you can get back to seeing everything. Oh, there we are. So look right there. So what we've done is I cut it enough so that way I can now use this and abuse this and get it off. So let's see what I can do. This is one of the harder bolts to get off on these cars, mostly because no one puts anti-seize on them. Oh, there we are, and we're moving. So if I'm moving, then I can do twisting and get it around. So look at that, got it, she's coming off just like she's supposed to. Look at that. Leverage. We've taught you some physics today. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm quite not that smart sometimes, so going back to leverage, and let's get back. There we are. So have to keep on going with it. Look at that. And then we'll probably put this back on, but opposite. So this one will go up and into it from the bottom, just so that way we can use the leverage the other way too. All right. And it's slow going, so let's make it a little bit more rapid and use our ugga dugga. And there we are. We have removed it, and so we're good. That means that I can put my new drive shaft in, and we should be right as rain. We should be pretty good. All right, so I'm going to take this off and put that back down. We'll save our Dremel for probably the other side, because, well, you know, who knows, it's probably going to be about the same terribleness and awfulness and everything like that. All right. There we are. That's back normal. Let's put things back in. Don't like to try to search for everything, so try to put my bolts in certain places where I can find them again. Alright, so we're released from the bottom, and so now we should be able to use Bertha, just like that. And Bertha has helped us remove that bolt. That leverage again, so yeah, happy physics situations here. Alright, use a punch or another thing. There's a screwdriver helping me do things easier. And then, oh my, there we are. There we are. And then we should be able to simply, oh, one more to get, and that is this. Totally forgot about that one. Why did I do that? So we will get this one then. I didn't even think about this one. One more to get. So not just the tie rod. Oh, this one's going to be nasty. So let's do some squirt and all that, and then I'll get these out. Because we're nearly there, we should be able to push out here soon. But this is the last of the items. Get that. Tighten it there, tighten it here. There we are. So let's get that. These are sometimes not going to behave like I would like them to, but it is what it is. Right, we will come back because, you know, I did spray that, so hopefully, yeah. Oh. I forgot, I undid it from here. Ah, yes. So, look at me being a dullard. Ah. And there we are. Ah, she's off. Interesting. A little bit of interesting situation with that. Kind of works, just like it should, but don't know. So we're going to get this out of there. It has other component parts back further, so we'll get that. This will just come right out straight, and then we'll put the new one on. Realize that the new one is for 2024. I believe that the speed sensor element is there and all that stuff like that, so we're just going to cap it off with the dust cap, and then that way you know, should be fine. The bearing seems not too bad right now, but what we do is we're gonna do the things we have to do. Oh no, this though is rotted. That may be the actual bump issue that we had. So right here, if you can see, there we are. See that? Yeah, it's open. That's not great. Open, open. Hello, hello everyone. It's me. I'm a grease trap that's broken, which is bad. So, alright, so that was fun. Let's keep going. Give me a minute to catch my breath, and we'll get going after it the rest of the way. Alright, so I've removed this one. Alright, so one of the things that this one does not have, and you see a bearing, you see other items in there, so that's kind of interesting, because if you look at our other one, now our other one is equipped for a different type of setup too. So it has a sensor, but it's just because this is 2023, this is 2024. But if you look, everything is right as rain, everything's perfect, it's exactly in the same spot. This one has more bearing push-in pieces and other things like that, but they're exactly the same. So that's why we're going to do, the only thing that we need to do is add this dust cap to this, which is going to be quick, easy, everything like that. Tap, 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 get it in there. Alright, and then we should be good to go. However, as you do remember, I have a component part that is not like I want it to be. Alright, so this part, I'll put it in the light so that way you can see more. But yeah, it's like Oscar the Grouch. It says, hello everyone, I'm so bad, blah. So this is a bad part. I just need this, and I'm gonna guess I probably need that for the right side. You always get your pairs set up and put together. There's no reason to do it any other way. So what we'll do though, I'll order those parts. We'll get them as soon as I can, and then what will happen is we're going to at least remove the shaft, because at least if I could get that shaft done, then we're going to be in a better spot. This part, I can put all the rest of the things together and we should be good. So yeah, let's try to get this done then. Alright, so we used a pry bar right here and a bit of a hammer, so that way we can get our axle out. So we should be in pretty good setup here. We've got our old one out. Look at that. So old one is out. It's got some rust, some different things going on with it, but looks, you know, decent. Feels decent, but decent is not what we're going for. We are going for trying to get brand new, good looking, exciting, beautiful parts in. So here we are. I've got myself the new one. She looks pretty good. All the chases are pretty nice. We've got a little bit of you know, transmission fluid. We could probably put a little bit of the old transmission fluid on it. Let me switch over to some gloves so that way I can rightly put some transmission fluid on these traces right here. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit and then put it on here, so that way this kind of gets a little bit. We're going to be changing the transmission or fluid eventually, so this is not too big of a deal. It's just so that way I can get right back in there easily. Alright, so she just goes right back in. And then what we're going to do is use a mallet to hammer the crap out of it and get it back into location. The reason why is because it's more fun to do that, and it's fun. So, oh, I'm making so much noise here. So we have our dead blow hammer. And let me get this out of the way. Let me put on another glove. There we are. And then let's take this here, and then we just hit it. Let's see, have we gotten further away, further in? Not quite yet. So just a little bit more. They do make this not as easy. Could do straight on in. Also, let me just try to get Bertha here. Bertha may be hopeful. To get her in. No, we're just going to do it another way, which is use the outside edge and hammer home. Outside edge, come on, give me more, rotate, there we are, more of the outside edge to get, there we are. Oh, we're having fun now. Maybe too much fun. Oh, maybe not too much fun. I don't know. So we're going back to the way that we were doing it, which is this. And I believe we are close, if not all the way in. Let's just take a quick look all the way back there. It looks about just right as rain. Let's see. Let's get back in there. Yeah, that's nearly up against that. That feels good. It feels good. It feels like it's right. So we just have put an axle back in. All right. And we did it with, I guess, you know, all this kind of effort. All right, so whew, we're good. Yes, well, I believe we're good, but you know, we'll never know. You could have some other problems here. But so what we're going to do is we're still going to install everything back like it should. This, because I'm waiting on a part, waiting on this part to come back to me, a brand new one. What we're going to do is we're going to temporarily, so that way I can move the car around, do the things that I like to do. What we will do is we'll place this on without the nut in this location, or with the nut just barely in there. Just these lightly on there, but you know, just not torqued down, nothing torqued down in this, on this piece here. But that's so I can move it, because this part is knackered and bad, and we should never use this part again. But just for movement of the car, and for that sake, we're doing what we're doing. All right. So, what did we do? Oh yeah, we do have our new bearing to put back in, and then tie it all up, put the other thing back in, all that. I think, just give me a second here and I'll have that. Alright, so this piece here, as you can see, this piece, we have a dust cap. So look, this one, so there's one with a hole and there's one without a hole. What they do is they have this to where this is for ABS. So this trace right here, these are for the ABS, but this car has no ABS, but we're right as rain. Same, no problems. So we're going to tap this in, and we should probably use something flat or cross instead of just, you know, crapping on it like that. Flat across, here we go. It's a all right, too heavy. Viewers at home, I hope you're having a good time with this. It's very loud, but you know, this is what it is. I believe we have sealed her off. She's done what she's supposed to do, and I think we're in a good spot. So now we take our heavy item here, we place it in place and within the splines, and there we are. I'm hitting the camera. Do you see that? Oh, she looks beautiful now. beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So what we're going to do is going to take at least one of our bolts, raise this up, put it in the right spot. Extremely aggressive towards this, and it's not necessarily what we like to see. You don't want Mr. Britfix angry. You don't want me, you know, throwing a temper tantrum or whatnot. Alright, so we now have an axle in. You hear me breathing heavily. I obviously need to work out. You do see this right here. Beautiful legs. No, you see this right here, which is our chase, and so we'll put this on. It'll hold all the way together. We're probably going to put some I guess anti-seize on here. I probably should do that actually, just as a good measure of idea of making sure that, you know, if there is another problem, if someone wants to fix this car at 150,000 miles, we'll do it again. Let me go get some antifreeze. I mean, anti-seize, anti-freeze. Not good for this, best for your coolant system. Anti-seize, best for making sure bolts stay exactly where they're supposed to stay, and also not you know, not so much that, but you know what I mean. I'm talking about that, you know, the bolts can then come free easier, and items can come free easier. So that's what I meant. So yes, exciting times here. All right, let me catch my breath. I'll be right back. All right, so I put my rotor on, caught my breath, did all that. So now it's time to take other parts that we'd like to see in place, and put those where they're supposed to go. So I'm going to take my tie rod, place in here. There we are, and then get this nut, pull it up on there. I did have my pin. Yes, here's my pin. That will go back in. So let's drive that back in, and then look at that, we are nearly assembled. So got my tie rod back on. I need to put my other bolt here. We've got our drive shaft on. We're going to put the brake back on, and then we're going to use the rotor as pliable source. So just like the trick I did before, a screwdriver will go right in here, and that way as I torque it to where it needs to go, we will have everything exactly where it's supposed to be, what torque I have to hit to. Everything's nice. So that's the screwdriver trick. Let me put this pin in after I torque this all the way up like it's supposed to be. To put some of these other items on, I might have to use another jack just to relieve pressure from this, so that way it moves upward, and that way I'm in the right spot. But we're going to just go along with where we're at right now. Let me put this on. Let me put this in, and I'm off just a bit. Let's see, can I use big hammer? No, cannot use the hammer. So we have an alignment issue, and I'll have to figure out how to get there. And it looks like I'm going to have a push. And there we are, all the way through. Oh, having lots of fun today. lots of lots of stuff going on. Oh, get these for the elements down here at the bottom, just to hold it together, because we are going to replace those parts. What they like to go on. Oh, no, no, yes, no. Interesting. So, all right, we'll get to those. You know, as a matter of time and excitement and everything like that. So, here we are, going to do brake piece into location. Slide it right back on. At least I think I should be able to. May have to pry back a bit, but let's see. Oh no, perfect. Do the other side, and then with that bolt in there, there you are. You could feel it going in. Alright, so my brake is in, that's all good. I've got this in, going to put on here. Torques are coming here soon, specifically and especially. Let me get these other parts off on the bottom taken care of, because they are required, and it's just so that way this whole, you know, suspension element doesn't just fall apart. So there we are, and then let's see. May do a bit of a push-up on this. See if I can do that. Right, we have a lot of things to put together, make sure it gets right. This bolt still has to go. We'll get all that. We'll get it. It's a tiring thing. Yeah, I would say, you know, like and subscribe to the video, but I mean, I don't know if you like huffing and puffing and all that stuff like that on your yeah, I don't know if you do. So I just figure, you know, you just play it by ear, feel it around. If you like it and you like to subscribe it, do it. But you know, if you like to hear someone breathing heavily a lot because they're out of shape and attempting to fix cars, well, there you are. It's me. It's Mr. Britfix, and do it all day long, you know. All right, so piece on there. Let me drive a 17 on here. Let me see. Alright, that's done. Put the cotter pin in, and then let me pry it about. Where is my, there, and now you can see it over here. So I'm going to pry it back. Let's see if I can get it through. Yeah, there you are. So ideally you take it and peel one side over to one there. The reason why you do this is because, well, why do you need this pin? You need this pin because if you don't have this pin on there, your nut could, that's critical to your suspension, could fall out. And we don't want that. No one wants that. Because, you know, you'd be driving along and then, you know, just, oh, diddly-dee, and then, oh, you know, problems happen right then and there. So, all right, back to that. And there we are. That's in. That's correct. That's good. These underneath, let's drive them with this, because we feel good about that. The underneath as well. 17mm. Alright, that's pretty good. Good feel, good whatever. Let's do the other one. Alright, it's not torqued, but you know, that's the idea, is that at least we're in. And then we have this one. And this one is, I believe, a 19. So, going to get the 19. And no, that's an 18. No, it's a 19. No, this is what this is. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll eventually get all this right one day. Someone's gonna, you know, help me with a sorted setup, so that way I'm no longer messing about like this. Is that not 19? What is it? Oh yeah. It wasn't the 17, was it? It was the 17. Well, yeah, that's a good idea. Check your bolts. I did that incorrectly. And wow, you see that? This has got quite a bit of torque, this red tool here. Yeah, quite a bit of torque. Alright, so we are nearly good. I believe I have a few more to do. Another 17. Ah, wow. I'm feeling it with this torque. It's quite a bit. Oh boy, look at that. It's yelling at me. So we're going to do another thing here, because I do want at least to put this nut on this main ball valve. It's the one that's broken. It's the one we said that was nasty. It's the one that sounds like Oscar the Grouch. So we're going to take that one, and we're going to lift up the suspension just on this side, and then I have enough room to tighten this down, and then I'll ratchet it in. Might put the pin in, yeah, just so that way it doesn't completely fall out if it's somewhere. But you know, hey, we're doing what we do. All right, other one down below. Oh, I almost talked myself to death. And we're good. There we are. So now it's time to do the torque here. This is the heavy one. This is the big one. I do need a way to do this. So torque is coming this way. That means that we're going to stick it in right in here. Is what we're going to do. I could use this. And that's perfect. That'll work. It's essentially, that's a 14mm wrench, single purpose, or not single purpose. We'll see what happens. And then we do have a talk. I'll be right back with more details on that talk, as well as other talks, because I have to do these here. If you remember those from one of our other previous episodes, we have a talk for that. There's probably a talk for the tie rod. Just remember, some of this is going to come apart again because we have a new part down there, because it's knackered, it's bad. So let's go from that. All right, so we're going to do this, and we've done all that we should here. This is 217 foot-pounds. Let me see. Let's get the best. Oh, right, look at that. 217. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so we also have the other ones. I'm going to readjust here. That is 147, 140, I believe, for what is at right there. So I believe that's what I had for last time around. So let's do that. Let's make that happen. Those are my 22mm bolts. Right, 140, come on now. There we are, one is done. All right. Oh boy, well, almost there. Almost there, come on now. Give me 140. Give me the 140, come on now. There she is. All right, so, we've done a lot here today. This being the driver's side, axle and a whole hub here. So we put the hub on. Hub is beautiful, it's easy, nice. We've got our what do you call it, other things that we did. Okay, well, yeah, so we well, it has a new dust guard, all that stuff for the brakes. Brakes are back in, everything's good. These were just to set the brakes. I do have new lug nuts now. There was a situation previously where I completely busted one because one was caught. The reason why is because these lug nuts are knackered. They are not great. We have, you know, they've been through the ringer, if you can see. So I got some new ones. We'll put those on with the hub, the wheel, everything like that. But she is good to go. And then next video is going to be the passenger side. It's a big, heavy axle, and it's going to be more fun. I hope not that much fun, because when I think about fun, I do know that it's going to be tougher. It's going to be harder to deal with. So that's not what I'm looking forward to. But you know, you get to look forward to it because you get to see all of this beautifulness happen. So yeah, and this is BritFix. This is a driver's side axle and new knuckle put together. We do have that lower control arm piece that will be coming at some point in time. So be aware of that. Know that might be coming. I might just do that, and you don't need to see it. You just saw that it looked like Oscar the Grouch. It looked terrible, not great. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're feeling good. Well, at least I need to eat some lunch because I'm a bit famished. So yeah, enjoy it all.